Thank you, Mr. President, for sparing your time to come for this special interview in the studio. Feel most welcome. I am so glad to have you in the studio, and I'm so glad to such a great man in the country, the President of the Republic of Kenya, attending this special interview discussing matters Kenya, and also discussing the issues that you faced since you became the President of the Republic of Kenya. I'm so glad. It's my first time to see you, Mr. President, in the studio. And trust me, you are down to earth. You are a man of God. I'm so happy that I have you in the studio, and being ready to discuss the matters that matters Kenya, and also the issues that you're facing since you became the President of the Republic of Kenya. So you can feel most welcome. You can say hi to the citizens of the Republic of Kenya. I wish I was one of the seasoned broadcasters, one of the seasoned presenters, one of the citizens, one of the senior men in the big media who is in charge of interviewing politicians. Oh my God, this is gonna be one of the best interview. But of course, I want to welcome you in the most special way in the studio, because of course I have few questions I've written down to ask Mr. President. Mr. President, when a person talks about you, they're marketing you, which is wrong. I'm doing a wrong thing. I'm not marketing you actually, because you are a leader, and I know you are working as a leader, and I want to talk to you as a leader, and I want to ask you these questions. And I know I'm asking a leader who is leading 50 million people in Kenya, and I want to remind you that 50 million Kenyans, we have another percentage of so around 75% of Kenyans who are complaining, who are hungry, who are jobless, who are facing different problems. Of course, most of them being that they are others are farmers and others are business people. We are facing different things. We are facing different problems, maybe importing goods to sell, maybe exporting, or maybe taking goods from the farm all the way to the market. The challenges that we face all the way, listen, people are devastated, and some people are giving up because they're working, they are farmers, they're trying to make ends meet, but things are not getting close to the end. And of course, look at this, the money that is taken out, the money that we spend is much more than we earn. That is actually where the problem is, because if somebody is working as a watchman, is paid 13,000, KRA, and as you pay as you earn, all these mandatory deductions, NSSF, NHIF, all these deductions, when they're taken away and somebody is paid 13,000, it reduces to approximately 10,000. So let me say 10,000, and you are living in Nairobi, and you're paying rent of about let's say 5,000. Yeah, so you are paying a rent of about 5,000. When you minus 10,000, that is about 5,000 change. Okay, now having said that, if you eat, and transport every single day, you realize if transport is 100 every single day, so that's 3,000 a month. So this man has to work to spare the 3,000. You understanding? So working, what happened? You're working from here to Westland. You're working from which place? From City Stadium to Rongai. Can you imagine that? That's where your work is, and you have to work. So you have to spend much of your time working. When are you going to marry? When are you going to build your family? When are you going to build your house? When are you going to grow? And if this person is not growing, Kenya is not growing. That is it. So I have a few questions I want you to answer, Mr. President. And the first question is that, how has it been since you were sworn in as the President of Kenya? How has it been since you were sworn in? Since you took that oath? Since the sword was handed to you, since Kasarani, how has it been? Has it been easy? Has it been hard? Why? So how has it been? I want you to go back and relax and answer these questions. Ukiwa peke yako, take your good time and ask yourself these questions. Maybe you can rewind yourself and maybe see if you're messing up or if you are on the right track. And the second question is, what have you realized that you didn't know? Now that maybe you have been admiring, being a president of the Republic of Kenya. Oh my God, how is it gonna be? Okay, now you got the chance to be the president of the Republic of Kenya. How has it been? How has it been? Hard, smooth, soft, good, enjoyable, tourism? So how has it been since you became the president of the Republic of Kenya? And the third question, since you became the president, how far have you gone and what have you so far achieved? Since you became the president, how far have you gone? How far have you gone according to what you said? I'm referring to according to bottom up, I think. Bottom up. Since your bottom up agendas, your ambitions, your aims, your objectives. So how far, you see, like how far have you gone and what have you achieved so far? What have you achieved so far? Okay, now the fourth question, what is the most difficult thing or situation that you have found yourself in as a servant of the people? What is the most difficult thing or a situation you have found as a servant of the people? What is the most difficult thing or task you have come to realize, where I thought it was easy or I thought it was hard? Now, what is the most difficult thing or the most easiest thing that you have found as the president, as the servant of the people since you became the president? What is the most difficult thing that you have discovered or you have found as a servant of the people of the Republic of Kenya? Question number 5. What is the major problem for Kenyans? And which one are you willing to solve? What is the major problem for Kenyans? What is the major problem or problems for Kenyans, and which one are you willing to solve? Which one are you willing to solve? So these questions, I think we have more questions here to ask, but for today I want you to go through these questions and ask yourself, how far since you became the president, what is wrong or what is right? What have I achieved? What did I think it was easy, but now I'm finding it's kind of challenging. It needs some intellect, it needs some time to be discovered. You see, how far have you gone? I think it's good. It's good. Even big business people, sometimes they go back and revise their plan and ask themselves, are they still in the same track that they promised the people and they promised themselves in their company? Why is the company not growing? You see, why are things stuck? Why is it that nowadays customers are not coming in? Is it that the sellers are not doing the job? Is it that the prices are going higher so that the customers are not affording, or the competition is stiff? I'm not able to catch up. What can I do? You see, so before things go bad, it's good for you to sit down and ask yourself these very questions. Maybe we can help Kenyans. Sometimes what are we supposed? What is the problem for Kenyan? Number one, let me tell you, employment is one of the biggest problem. Why employment? Because most of these people complaining about employment went through 844 system. And do you know what 844 system was? It was aimed at doing what? Looking for employees. And so the knowledge that we have is all about how we can get a job. You see? And now we have a competition between the officials and the young people who are looking for job, because even those ones in the jobs, those ones who are already in their offices, they are competing with those ones who are jobless. You see, because why? They think that if these young people, these jobless people, if they get an opportunity, they can overturn them out. They can take them out, because the knowledge that we have, the skills that we have, is very powerful. You see, now there is that fight. Those who are our elders, those who are in the office already, and those ones who are not the office. So this, how can we end this kind of struggle? I think as the President of the Republic of Kenya, there's something that you can do. There's something. I believe that in every sector, in every ministry, and I want to tell you the truth, Mr. President, because I love you, and I want to see you confused, and you're also a human being, only that you have lost yourself, which you need to track yourself back and ask yourself on what you can do and where you are going. You need to retrace yourself. I want to tell you this. Maybe you think you are doing a good job to the leaders, but the leaders that you are doing good job for are not servants of the citizens. They are servants of money. I mean, they're waiting to receive their salary, but what they're doing in the ground is not worth it. Is actually nothing. So it's also good for you to know that my leaders, yes, MCAs, MPs, those people are socialites. I do show them the way because every time after election, you are still going around in the villages, in the towns, telling people that we are going to do it. A question is, what are you telling us that you're going to do? You promised you're going to do it. Go do it. Stop telling us. You see? Now, immediately when you were sworn in, you started campaigning for 2027, and that is what you're doing exactly. You see? You are always on social media talking. We're wondering, when are you going to do these things that you're talking about? A good leader is quiet. I like what Patrick Lumumba said. He said what? You don't need to explain about things you have done. Things you have done will speak by themselves. If you have done something, you don't explain. You wait for things you have done to speak by themselves. That is the problem that you have. You are explaining over what you have not done. You are explaining something that you have not done. If you do something, we will not ask you. We will see. You see, you are supposed to tell us, see, I've done this, I've done this, I've done this. Yeah, you can point what you've done and keep quiet. You see, but now you are explaining. We are doing connection. We are doing. What is that for? You are not doing anything. You see, so I want you to retrace yourself by asking yourself very, very simple questions. Like, since I became the president, how far have I come? Like the things I said I'm going to work on 100 days. When I put this down, I'm going to work with cartels. Are you aware that cartels are in the ground, disturbing the farmers, disturbing business people? Others pretend to be kanjos, others to be pretend to be officials, and they are devastating the lives of people hapa chini. I want you to understand that. And you are busy marketing Kenya abroad. Yeah? What do you have for exchange when you go to those developed countries? Now, what do you have for them? Or they only have something for you, not you having something for them. So this mutuality is what we're looking for. And a mutuality is not about education. It's also about, what do you have? What do you have as a country? I have a market, so you come and invest. That is what I have. Seriously? So when they come and invest, what will the Kenyans invest? What will Kenyans invest? So you need, as a president, to sit down and ask yourself questions, retrace yourself, or get lost. And I wish one time when I grow up to host you and talk to you, maybe one-on-one. Maybe those ones don't, the citizen people don't understand you. Maybe NTV people don't understand. Maybe you need me to talk to you, so maybe you can understand. Maybe you can contemplate. Maybe you can revive yourself. Maybe you can awaken yourself. Maybe you are asleep and people don't know you are asleep. Maybe you need to come back to yourself by asking yourself questions on which direction you are taking us. If you are lost, come back. Thank you for watching. In the studio was Mr. President, and I'm sure you're going to pick from there next time. Thank you for watching.